Hey, what is up, people? This is Manil from MCJ Art Studio, back with another piece of content to entertain you, to give you the full view of what it is to be a contemporary artist. So, before I start with today's video, I would really appreciate it if you would hit that subscription button and, of course, also that like button. By subscribing, you will always be updated on new videos. And when you like this video, you're pushing the content even further into YouTube world, and more people get to see of this particular content, which is just great. And for the ones that are already subscribing to this channel, thank you so much for your support. I absolutely love it. Now, enough chit chat. Let's start with today's video.
I'm sitting here. I don't know if y'all can see me really well. Let me put y'all like this. Bam! And there was light. So what y'all saw me do was create all of these ideas for the art calendar. And for the people that are following me on the Patreon, they will know what the subjects are. But for the people that are not following me on the Patreon, I guess you have to follow me on the Patreon to know what it is. So I'm very excited for this. I have my list of ideas for the art calendar, which I will also call that way, art calendar. We just have to go to work and get to work. Another thing, I've been talking a lot about my part-time job and how I wouldn't say I feel out of place, but it is not serving me. And it has to do with the fact that my perception of how, let me talk to y'all instead of from the side. So my whole perception, sometimes it can be difficult to put one and one together for yourself. Why is it hard? Because we lack awareness. We are not as aware as we like to believe we are. And my lack of awareness was me not seeing that my frustration would lead me to different situations where I would be in another job, hoping that I could combine that with the art that I was doing and still am doing. But I would just be in another situation, different people, but the same outcome, the same feeling, right? The same shit, the same bullshit. So that would leave me to more frustration, and I would then look for another job only to be in that same position. I was always under the impression if I work hard enough, then I can get myself out of a certain situation. But what would happen is that thought, that idea would always elude me. It wouldn't be me chasing it around the corner, right? It's standing around the corner, and I would be like going around the corner, and there would be nothing. And then I would go around the corner again, there's nothing. But it would always peak like around the corner like this, like I'm here, and then I'm running towards it and it's not there. It gets me. It gets to me. Really, it does. Because you come to the conclusion that you waste time. I wasted time. Precious time. And even though I had great opportunities in which I could learn step by step what it is that I wanted to learn, I don't believe that I took the fullest potential into practical use and efficient use by doing what I have been doing for the last couple of years, the last long period of years. And I can be really honest about that. That really hurts. It's very confrontational and in your face. Luckily, my face doesn't show it. The doll doesn't show it. But my heart does feel it. And it shows me also, another point where I lacked awareness, is that I conditioned, even though, listen, of course we can debate whether I was conditioned to be in that particular mindset, and I do believe that a lot of us are conditioned to be in a certain mindset. I perpetuated the mindset that says I need to have a job in order for me to create money. And what I did not see, what I was not aware of, is that you put the power into somebody else's hands. You don't have it in your own hands because you're depending on somebody else to put you in a position where you have a job, get an income, pay your bills at the end of the month. And these things are, of course, all important because nobody wants to be homeless because they believe in their dreams. But what it also shows you is that if you do not take the risks in life that you need to take, if you don't step out of your comfort zone, and if you do not check your mind, you are going to always chase dreams. I'm also not here saying and complaining about anything because all of it that I've now know, I needed to know. Every place where I was, I needed to be. Every place where I wasn't, I didn't need to be there because either I was not ready, I wasn't fully equipped, I wouldn't be able to deal with that. So it does carry a lot of advantage, not knowing what you know, but it can also work against you, not knowing what you know. This is one of the ways where it works against you, not knowing what you know, not being aware of your behavior, your patterns, your choices, your thought. This brain, it can trick you. She's a dangerous son of a gun. It is very dangerous to elude yourself with what your brain can conceive, because your brain is basically just programmed to work a certain way. When you're not aware of how your brain is being programmed, you will do things that might feel out of your control, but it's because you are sustaining and also are being programmed to do those things in that particular order. How do you combat that? Well, first of all, you don't combat that. You don't combat that. You have to basically create new paths and new patterns for yourself. And that's a hard task because you have to get aware of what you're doing and you have to stop yourself from doing that and learn yourself a new behavior. Creating the awareness, setting up new patterns, a new way of thinking, and enforcing it. That is not easy. But you know what's worse? Staying in an old mentality. And when I saw that I was keeping myself in an old mentality, an old way of doing things that really were not getting me where I needed to be, it makes so much sense, right? Why you're not where you would like to be, why you're not creating the path for yourself and getting more responsibility over your own life instead of giving portions away to others and being dependent on other situations, people, environment. I made my own brain dependent on that. I have to take responsibility over that. I have to also take accountability of that. I cannot do the pointing. It doesn't make sense to keep on pointing to people. I'll be honest with it. There is a certain level of victim role that you take in, right? There's nothing I can do about it. Well, damn that. You can do something about that. There is something that you can do about it. And I hope that others that are in that particular situation where they are like, yeah, but there are so many people and things depending on me, so I don't have a choice. In one of my podcasts, I talked about the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***. And in that book, one of the pointers is not having a choice or not wanting to take a choice, make a choice, have a choice, is you having a choice. You made a choice. And I do believe that is a really bitter pill for a lot of people to swallow, that you are still in control even when you think you're out of control, because the whole thought that you are out of control is a way for you to control the situation and the narrative, that you can't do anything about it, that there are so many people depending on you and you can't change it, you cannot do all of those things. I'm not taking away the 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 life responsibilities that you need to have, right? But they already there. So there is no excuse. You got to pay your bills. You have life expenses, right? You need a roof over your head. Those things are already here. You need to eat. You want to live, have a little bit of fun. Okay, well, those things are already there. So that's not an excuse. That is not an excuse. I think what another aspect of it is, but this is something I mean, I already worked through that, is that we are still afraid of what people might think of us. And the only way that I could actually get rid of it is not to combat it. So not be combative, not being, not fighting it and also not fighting people, but just accepting the fact that, okay, well, if that is what you think, then that's what you think. But it has nothing to do with me. That's a strong position that you have to take in. But I'm willing to take that, baby. I'm willing to take that. Because when I look into the mirror, I look at me. I don't look at me and 10 other people that have something to say about me. I look at me, right? I have control of my energy. I can create other thoughts. I can learn myself something, unlearn other things, take accountability towards myself. That is what I can do. Set up another program, reprogram my mind. So that are things that you can do to change the you can change the current of your stream in that way. And then you will see what the possibilities are. Then you will start to see, oh wow, well, this comes to my path, and oh, wait a minute, this thought is not correct. Or hey, you see that I actually can do these particular things. Or wait a minute, I can sell my work if I handle in this and this and this and this way. I need to be more proactive when it comes to creating a network. Whatever applies to you, it can only be done when you ask for it and when you are aware. Start building awareness, because it's no fun to come to a point where you realize, damn, I could have done it differently. Those last 5 years could have looked different, better, more in line with me, right? That's what I wanted to share.
It's morning. It's Saturday morning. Excuse the resting bitch face. It keeps the creeps away. It keeps the creeps away. Anyway, it is Saturday morning. It's the day of the art workshop, and I decided to go to the gym really quickly just to get my body awake and ready for the day. For those who are already part of the fam, you already know that I love going to the gym. Gym is a steady activity of my week, and I try to go to the gym at least 3 times a week. Before the panorama, I used to go a lot more, but I don't know. For now, I just believe that 3 times in a week is really good. What I do at the gym is that I mostly work on heavy weights, weightlifting. It makes my body leaner and stronger. But I also do cardio because that's just good for your heart rate, right? You have to work your body, keep your body healthy, keep it strong, and also challenge your mind. Get away from your work, get away from your desk, get away from your house, get some fresh air, go outside, work some sweat. It's good for your body, it's good for your mind. I always go to the gym dressed in my gym clothes. I hardly, do a whole change up at the gym. I really don't like it actually. It is also easier for me, and it's just the way I like it. How do y'all like it? Tell me in the comments how y'all like it. But I like just to, change up in the gym and do all of that. And I also shower at home. If I really have to, then I take all of my stuff with me and I shower at the gym. But I'm not such a fanatic to shower at the gym. I just shower at home as I come home. So, a quick workout in the gym before I have the art workshop, getting ready to work up a sweat. So, in the next segment, you will see me bring you a compilation of everything that happened during that particular art workshop day. And it was the last workshop of the series of workshops that were given. And I'm happy that I was the one that could end the whole series. I enjoyed it. I don't approach it as being a teacher. I just approach it as being an artist, and I just show what it is that I do. I let the kids just do what it is that they do, and I'm there to guide because eventually I want them to do what it is that they want to do in the art workshop with my guidance. I really enjoyed myself, and other great projects came out of that, but that is in another video. Enjoy it. So here, finally, in the train after having basically a whole day of having an art workshop, and I'm heading home back to Sandam from Amsterdam, Belmer. Um, it was quite a day. It was quite a day. Here's the stuff that I took with me, the easels, um, and some other stuff that the kids could use. It was a successful day, very, very successful. And how better to end the day with a big fat piece of ice cream? So speeding up, I think this is 2 weeks forward from the art class that I gave, the art workshop that I've given. We are now at the final day. And this particular day is actually the day that all the adolescents, all the students, received their certificate for joining into the Wiccan College. The project that I was participating in was part of that curriculum. It has a number of activities that students can join into. And here they are, waiting for the certificate. It's early in the morning, it's Saturday, and people are just waiting to get home, of course. A lot of them also passed their exam. So it was double joy for a lot of people. What you will get to see is the project manager of Foundation Ubuntu who started this particular project. Big up to her for letting me join in. And here are other entrepreneurs who also participated into this particular project. And they are talking about the results, how they experienced this whole project, and what they are hoping for the future, of course, to happen. So the project manager of the foundation did get a lot of good feedback from this, and hopefully I will be back next year. Now, what I really admire about this particular situation is that art, entrepreneurship, literature and all other aspects of the Afro Caribbean and the Afro community is becoming more incorporated into, the colleges, universities, organizations, because it is a diverse community that a lot of people are living in. The college, ROC Amsterdam, is situated in a very diverse part of Amsterdam. There are a lot of people from the African and the Afro-Caribbean diaspora, so it's only logical to incorporate people from different entrepreneurial levels, from different segments, from different market segments into the business life, into colleges, universities, because this is the proper reflection and representation of what you will find in this particular part of Amsterdam. I really enjoyed it, and I'm just really proud of it. The fact that there are people that look like them standing there talking about their own success and on their own career, and hopefully that will inspire them as well. What also inspired the young ones is this performance from this young man. He goes by the stage name De Eerste. If I translate when I translate that into English, it's the first one, which I think is an awesome name to call yourself the first or the first one. I'm not gonna let you listen to the music. If you want to listen to his music, here is his Instagram profile. Go over there and you can listen to it, because your girl is not gonna get any strikes for playing somebody else's music without consent. So that's the reason why you will not hear the music. But I can guarantee you it was lit. Do people still say that? Lit? It's lit. Well, listen, I'm gonna say it was lit. It was great. It was awesome. He definitely has stage presence, and it is really hard to perform for a small group of people because they are close and they are in your face. So, yeah, he did great, and I hope, of course, that he will gain all of the success that comes to him in his life, and that he can be an inspiration for those who are standing there to do what it is that they love to do in their hearts. Now, as we are looking at his performance, there was another great thing that happened during this final. One of the one of the adolescents that participated in the art workshop sold her painting to someone um, at this college, which I'm very proud of. And you will see a picture of the painting. When I saw the end result, I was amazed by her talent. This young lady is definitely a talent. And she told me that she also is just really creative. She likes to write poetry, she likes to write in general. And this is her work. Absolutely amazing. And the person who bought it told the story about his heritage and how trees on the plantation fields back in Suriname were actually a symbol of unity and power in his family. So when he saw this particular painting, he was sold. And I advised her what number to ask, what price to ask for the painting. She got a good price. She got a really good price. And I'm just really happy to see how people can connect with art. And this is just the whole purpose of it. Let people connect with art. And there are so many ways that we can do that. And I also believe that art is going to be more and more a solution within the business world, within colleges, universities. People are going to ask for more creative solutions, out of the box type of solutions. It is not just for the art galleries and it's not just for the museums, it's for everyone. And this just showed how important it is to incorporate art in the lives of people. When I tell you I am proud of the young lady, and I will show her later on in the video as well, who made this particular painting called Mortal, it is just amazing to see how people can be connecting with art. And that is the whole base. It's not just, let's put some kids to work and let them just create something so that they are busy. That is, of course, one part of the workshop. But the fact that there was someone walking there who saw the painting and said, I need to have that painting because it has this particular meaning to me, and here she is. When I tell you she is the shyest girl that is sitting there in that class. But when she was working, I was eyeing her work and I was like, oh my God, what is she creating? It's amazing. And when you look at the painting, you can look at it in two ways. You can actually turn it around and you will see eyes in the painting. But when you turn it back around, so in the particular position that you see it here in the video, it looks like a big sky connecting with the leaves. And you see the roots, and in the roots you will see the eyes. So there are many ways that you can interpret this particular painting. Very happy for her. I'm also happy that this is her first sale. It's her first sale. Yeah, and the girl is just amazing. And I hope that she will continue doing what it is that she is doing. Um, Writing poetry, creating work, creating art. She also explained to me that her mother even told her in the past, you're always writing, writing, writing on creating things, but you're never selling anything. And I looked at her and I was like, well, this time you can tell your mom that you actually sold a painting and you are now an artist. So I'm just really happy for her. And I think you can also hear it in my voice that I am happy about the outcome of that particular project. And again, it just shows how important it is to incorporate culture, art, entrepreneurship, literature, cuisine, all of these aspects about and in our Afro and Afro Caribbean culture that are so much the pillars of how we have built our culture. We cannot let that go. And introducing that to not just adolescents, but also to people that are, a little bit older in age, or to universities, to banks, institutions, business life, and not just the museums and the art galleries. I mean, that is, of course, one part of the coin, but it's not the whole pie, people. It is not. How did I go from coins to pie? Hmm, I don't know. Anyway, it is not, it's not just we have to put it into the museums, we have to put it into art galleries. I guarantee you, when it comes to diversity, it starts within the communities. It starts with the proper reflection and representation of what we see in the communities. Eventually, like any trend, like anything that will come into the mainstream, you will find it into business life, you will find it into the museums, you will find it into the art galleries. It will make its way there, but you have to make a start somewhere. So seeing it happen here is a great way to witness that start. Okay, well, that is it. That is all. Before I go, let me know what you think about this particular painting. What is it doing to you? What do you think about this particular painting? I am absolutely in love with the painting. It really, 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 really made an impression on me. So let me know here below in the comments what it is that you think. Before I go, hit that subscription button. Let me know that you are part of this fam by subscribing. You will always be updated on new videos that I'm posting to this platform. And when you like this video, you'll be pushing it even further into the YouTube world, and more people get to see it. More people get to see this type of content because it's necessary. Again, representation matters. Okay, I've been talking long enough, y'all. I will see you in the next video. Have a good one. See you soon. Bye, y'all.